Have you ever noticed your cat sitting quietly, just staring at the door or window for no obvious reason? Not for a few seconds, but for minutes, sometimes even hours. No crying, no noise, just waiting. It looks simple, almost meaningless, but it's not, because in that silence, something deeper is happening. Cats are not emotionally distant creatures. They are emotionally precise. Every moment you spend around them is being recorded, not in a way you can see, but in a way they feel. Your footsteps, your voice, your timing when you come home, all of it becomes a pattern in their mind. And here's what most people never realize. Your cat doesn't just recognize you, it predicts you. That's why some cats relax the moment you enter the room, while others stay alert, even in loving homes. It's not about love alone. It's about consistency. But what if your cat is not just living with you, but silently forming expectations about how you will behave every single day? And that's where things start to get deeper than anyone expects. Because this is not randomness. This is structure. And it begins inside a hidden system most owners never notice. Your cat doesn't understand life the way you do. There are no conversations in their mind, no explanations, only patterns. Every interaction becomes a category in their memory, safe, unsafe, or uncertain. That's how they build their entire emotional world. Even your smell is not just familiar to them. It is emotional history. It tells them what kind of experience usually follows your presence. Routine is everything. Feeding, time, footsteps, the tone of your voice, the way you move through the house. All of these become signals. Not emotional signals, but survival signals. Because for a cat, predictability equals safety, and unpredictability equals caution. This is why two cats in the same house can behave completely differently. One feels safe and open, the other stays distant and alert. Same environment, different emotional mapping. Because cats don't respond to affection the way humans think they do. They respond to consistency. But here's the hidden truth. The moment your behavior changes, even slightly, their internal map updates instantly. And that's where bonding actually begins to change everything, slowly, without you noticing. Bonding with a cat is not a single emotional moment. It is a long process of repetition. Every interaction you have with your cat leaves a trace. Safe, unsafe, or neutral over time. Those traces become their emotional reality of you. It's not about how much you love them. It's about how consistently they can predict you. Your voice matters more than your words. A calm tone repeated every day builds trust far more than random affection bursts, but inconsistency does the opposite. One day you are calm. The next day you are stressed. One moment you are present. The next moment you are distant. To a cat, this is not personality. This is instability. And instability slowly rewires how safe they feel around you. Even love, when unpredictable, can feel unsafe. And when something feels unsafe long enough, it changes behavior, not instantly, but gradually, silently. And that leads to changes most owners misunderstand completely. Most cat owners never realize when things start changing because it doesn't happen in one moment. It happens in small pieces, a louder voice than usual, a moment of ignoring their signal, sudden change in routine. To humans, these are nothing, but to a cat, these are signals of unpredictability. And unpredictability creates emotional distance. That's when you start noticing changes. The cat hides more. It observes more than it interacts. It becomes less open, more cautious. And most owners misread this completely. They think the cat is changing personality, but the cat isn't changing. It is reacting to emotional inconsistency, to unpredictable energy, to broken patterns. And here's the hardest part. This doesn't happen suddenly. It builds quietly over time until trust becomes uncertain. And once trust becomes uncertain, the cat doesn't leave. It simply withdraws emotionally. But that doesn't mean the bond is gone. It means something deeper is still active underneath, waiting to be rebuilt. The truth is simple, but powerful. Your cat was never distant. It was never cold. It was responding to patterns you didn't realize you were creating. And the moment those patterns become stable again, everything starts to shift back, slowly at first. A glance that lasts longer, a return to familiar spaces, a softer presence around you. Because cats don't need perfection, they need consistency, not intense love, but predictable safety. When your behavior becomes steady again, their trust begins to rebuild itself, naturally, quietly, without force. And what once looked like distance turns back into connection. The waiting you saw at the beginning, it was never emptiness. It was expectation, a quiet emotional memory built over time. And every single day, your cat is still learning one thing about you. Are you predictable or not? Because in that answer, their entire world is shaped.